Sharks. My name is Ashley Silfies.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Brittany Silfies.
So we are not only business partners, but we are also a wife team.
Today, we are asking for $400,000 in exchange for 5% of our business, Pink Picasso. Each Pink Picasso kit comes with a high-quality canvas with a template for you to paint, as well as the paint and brushes you need to create your own masterpiece. All of that is packed into a giftable tube that shows what your image can look like, as well as estimated time it'll take to complete it.
And when you're finished, you can hang your painting on the wall, and you can be so proud of what you did.
We believe we've created a truly modern-day craft, one that you can work at your own pace, making it a relaxing and enjoyable hobby.
So don't you think it's just super neat that anybody can be an artist?
So, Sharks, who's ready to create your own masterpiece with Pink Picasso?
Let's go.
Yeah.
So these
All
are
right. Well, before Lori gets in there, wow, $400,000 for 5%. That is. I hope that you have a lot of people signed up for this. If it's a recurring service or a lot of just sales in general. Obviously, Paint by Numbers is not new, but the marketing, and I think that goes to speaking for. To the power of the brand, right? Like last season, we saw the puzzle subscription, or I forget what it was. I forget it was getting jiggy, right? Jiggy with the puzzles, and that was just the power of like pulling in that niche. And then getting in and getting the right people to be like, this is for me, and I'm going, I mesh with this, and we're going. So I love it. Ashley, Brittany, I'd love to have you come here on the show. Just drop a comment down below, and we'll get connected. Also, we're going to feature one of the comments from down below at the end of this video, and check out their website, so stay tuned for that.
beautiful. Are these painted from this?
Yes, just like she said,
Those
every
look
single
awesome.
thing you need comes in the tube. And most of these images are my own photography. And so we turned them into a kit, and you just basically sit down and paint.
It's just paint by numbers, right?
Right. So what we found is everybody needs self-care. This is something that anybody can do. Everybody loves puzzles, right? But it requires you to keep it out all the time. And so this, you can roll it up once it's dry. I mean, don't roll it up wet, right? But once it's dry, you can roll it up and put it back in the tube until the next time you're ready to paint.
How did the two of you meet?
I love that. Puzzles. we went back. When I did the Jiggy Shark Tank pitch last year, last season with Larry, he was just all like not feeling the puzzle things. I see the value in puzzles, but I think that brings up a great point that you do the puzzle and it takes up a lot of space, and you can't just like put it back in the box in the meantime while you're working on finishing it, and then you get the glue and then you can hang it on the wall. But I definitely see the value in being able to roll it up and put it back back in the bottle.
Funny story. About 3.5 years ago, our life looked completely different. We were married to our husbands that we had been with for over a decade, and we were just best friends doing life together. And then one day, our feelings just evolved, and we blew up our lives. It was not glamorous at all. When we did that, when you blow up your lives, we were both basically stay-at-home moms, and we had no money. So we were in 2 apartments with 3 children saying, okay, our kids are used to that American middle-class life. What are we going to do? And, when you hit rock bottom, you get scrappy and you get brave, and you don't have time to worry about that because you have kids to take care of. And so she literally sat in the apartment and was staring at the wall saying, what can we do to provide for our children and create the life that we want to have?
Why did you think of this?
She actually was sitting there looking at the wall, and she said, what skills do I have? Photography and manufacturing were her background.
Like, that was the biggest thing. I was like, what can we package beautifully and go into market and just own it?
So
Ding ding.
up until last summer, Ashley and I did everything from start to finish. I made labels, and then we would go downstairs at night, we pack boxes. All the kids were helping, including our little one, passing tubes.
What a life lesson for your kids.
And y'all, they are such good workers.
Why don't you ban them from going to college and keep them in the basement?
We really enjoy their company. If I'm being super honest, we want them to know that you have to work really hard.
Amen to that.
And the
Amen to
family
that.
that works together stays together.
So there's got to be a lot of these out there. There's nothing proprietary about what you're doing. My question really goes to the $400,000 or 5% imputes an $8 million valuation. Yippee-yi-yo-kai, yay.
Yes.
You must have a ton of sales.
We do. So we started in 2019. We went to market having spent $1,500 on product and sold out repeatedly. So our first year, we won Oprah's Favorite Things.
You
and
did?
So we did
Ding, ding.
Right, right. So we did 1.3 million in our first year.
Wow.
What about 2020?
2020 was
3.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
What does it cost to make, and what do you sell it for?
Okay, so there's something to be said that, right? Like, so going from nothing to 1.3 million. I mean, talk about hard work. Like, Ashley is not kidding when she's saying hard work, because when you're going from like, we're doing this, we're doing it, but it's just, we're just getting started. And then all of a sudden, bam, like you get this giant, crash through moment that enables you to go to 1.3 million. That is a lot of paint. That is a lot of paintbrushes. That is a lot of paper and a lot of artwork that you have to put together. So absolutely awesome. And then, I mean, the pandemic was probably serving them up a perfect opportunity, a perfect storm to be able to blow it up even faster, because people were stuck at home looking for something to do. So I always say, like, the pandemic had its good and its bad parts. And in this case, I mean, it took something that, maybe they would have did 2 million or something that grew, year over year, but to almost nearly triple, getting close to tripling your numbers from the prior year is insane. That doesn't normally happen. And great job, Ashley and Brittany, for capitalizing when able to, and not even just that, but being able to have the logistics to be able to fulfill that many orders when you're just getting started is absolutely phenomenal. So. And super congratulations on utilizing the skills that you bring to the table. I definitely believe in that. Look, I've been creating content I just did the math this morning out my run, 25 years. I'm going to ding the bell for that. This year, creating content since I was 10 years old, building websites, GeoCities, Angel Fire, Tripod, Front Page 97, like going from that, blogging and Yahoo groups and all these different, technologies of yesterdecades. And here we are today with being a super entrepreneur, bringing people together all over the world. It is an absolute dream come true going back to being a kid. I absolutely love it. And I absolutely appreciate all of you watching these videos. I'm going to cry now.
For our 16 by 20 adults, the costs are $377 to make, and it's $4 to land it. It wholesales for $19, but resales for $42.
Oh, wow, there's a ton of margin.
Whoa. The Mark's face says it all right there. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. I mean, that goes to show you the value of art, right? And convenience. Now, $4 landed. That doesn't include shipping. And obviously, they have bills to pay too when you start scaling up all of the different things to be able to serve up $3.5 million of paint by numbers.
Yes.
These cost you $4 to produce?
Yes.
That's insanely.
Yes.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
2021, what were your revenues today?
So 1.4. We think we're going to end up the year over 5 million.
Over 5 million in gross
Gross
revenues.
revenue.
So at 5 million, what are your net margins, like your profit margins after everything?
Last year we brought home around 900,000.
I mean, basically, you're extremely profitable.
Right.
Like, you have incredible margins. So I'm curious, what do you need from a shark?
Yeah.
We need a
Scalability.
mentor. I feel like I don't know anything about Here Forward. Like, we need a bigger bat. I have a bucket list retailer that I'd like to be in, and they've said no.
Are you in Michael's?
No, we are not.
Why not?
We
She
need a
just
bigger
brought it up,
bat.
yeah.
It's really hard when it's just the two of us. Like, I've never done anything big box. I've only done these boutiques. Like, we're in over 2,100 boutiques, right? I know how to do that, but we don't know how to do
So
the
you
Target.
need a shark to call Michael's. Well,
Hold on a second. All right, there's a lot to unpack there. 2,100 boutiques, like ding ding. That is not even what I was thinking. I was just thinking purely through website selling, and that is awesome. Absolutely incredible, and a margin like that, it just enables so much more growth and opportunity for you and the brand and the business. And and still being apparently just two people, you and Ashley and Brittany there, as it is, that's kind of insane. Now rolling out, I mean, if you're already in 2,100 boutiques, like that's a thing where it's like, yeah, Michael's is a lot more. I don't know how many locations Michael's has, but that is a lot more locations. But is it really going to be that much more different than working with the boutiques? I don't think it would be, but I'm not sure. The only other thing I wanted to bring up, though, is somebody asked in the comments below about why somebody who's already doing awesome at business would need somebody to, need a shark or an investment. And there's a lot of reasons for that, right? Like it could be the money to be able to place a bigger order. In their case, with $4 landed, that's not the case, right? So that is, and I'm guessing $4 landed either to them. I don't know if that's landed to them or landed to the retailer, because if that's the case, like that's crazy. But the having that retail opportunity and not paying, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 per shipment, I mean, that would really eat into the margin. So being able to just ship like a box or a pallet of these things to these boutiques is really, really helpful for getting the cost, getting and keeping that cost down. But the other thing is, and I don't know if it was Ashley or Brittany that said it. Look, what gets you here is not going to necessarily get you there. Now, Mr. Wonderful sounds like he's about to lay into them for you. You just need us to pick up the phone. Like that's what we're asking for 5%, 400. I got to pay $400,000 to pick up the phone and get 5% of this. With that said, I think they're going to go. I think there might be a little bit of a frenzy for this because of the fact that they have such high margins, and even at 5 or 10%, there's a real big opportunity for them to get that return. Nobody's brought up the big box retail or the big box paint by number people. I don't know who the manufacturers are of that, but whoever they are, they apparently are missing a huge segment of the market, or an emerging segment of the market.
Great.
I know, Michael.
I also want licensing. I want to be in Disney World.
So you want to license Disney. So you want someone to make calls to set up the Disney licensing. Let me give you a point. Love Pop greeting cards. Like you guys stood here with nothing when they showed up in Shark Tank. Now they have the Star Wars license. They have the Disney license.
Right.
They got every license they want. They got the Beatles. You want to get there?
Right.
All right, here's the deal for you. I'll make you an offer. The $400,000, I want to be a 1/3 partner. 33 1/3%. I want to share in the distributions because I'm not a control guy. So we're partners together. We decide how much capital goes into the business, how much we distribute to ourselves. You got to feed your kids, okay? This is a really interesting business.
Listen, you two are amazing.
That deal, I mean, Kevin could open up a lot of doors, but I don't know about 33 1/3%, which is why I think a frenzy might be on the verge here. Because somebody's probably going to offer a lower percentage than that. I think they're definitely, maybe not worth the $8 million at the moment, but 7.5%, maybe 400,000.
Just my cup of tea. You are dynamos.
Probably
so
for
I
10.
love the look of it. I think it's beautiful, and I think we're in an age where people are trying to get away from the phone and spend time doing things that are creative, that have to do with improving your mind in a different way. So I think you are spot on, and that's why you have done so well, besides who you are and the drive of what
Lori,
you've
is
done.
there an offer in there?
So Daniel saw all of that potential in you too, and he said, why don't we do this together?
If you're interested in two super sharks that are very complementary, we do it for $400,000 for 20% of the company.
Well, I want to just give you some feedback and then.
Hold on, there, super. Can I just say, super sharks, super entrepreneurs? That is crazy. Lori and Daniel, that is a much better offer for them right there, because yes, they should not be giving up a third of their company. They've been killing it and continue to grow. Right, like it's one thing to get on Oprah's list. I mean, that's incredible and a huge, pat on the back and all that, ding, ding. But to be able to take that momentum and continue to ride it is a whole nother thing. Again, what gets you here is not going to get you there. And that's something they've been able to accomplish. So giving up, they're, giving up a significant chunk of their valuation there. But I think that it would be a really good partnership there.
Address the subject of an offer. I remember distinctly when I was building my business, at the point you are at right now, I was doing very well, very quickly. And I remember thinking, wow, do I need help? And I almost brought in a financial partner and sold half my business because I realized it was beyond me and my knowledge base as to how I could grow and compete with the big guys. So I thought I needed a big guy in. Thank God I didn't take in the big guy. Thank God he would have had me for breakfast, right? So I don't think you need a shark. It's not, and no big science to get
Barbara,
into.
why are you on Shark Tank, by the way?
Wait, excuse me, no big deal getting into any store you want. You simply make a wish list and then hiring the right people to help you execute it, all right? But I just want to caution you before you jump into bed with a lot of sharks. Think about what you really need. You've got all the knowledge base. You just need more help.
You know, are you in or out?
I'm
Help
out.
you guys
But I
out.
would encourage
Her
you to pause
advice
and
is
think.
worth every penny you're paying
Okay,
for it.
with all due respect.
Oh, that is Daniel. Come on now, that is a very sharky thing to say. And Dan, you're better than that. You're better. You're nicer than. Well, at least the TV makes it look like you're nicer than that. But no, but I think honestly, I kind of think Barbara's right. I think that if you figured out how to scale to this point of how do we get this much paint, how do we get this much paper and get it printed or canvas or whatever, like you've already got like 70-80% of the way there to market. I mean, like literally I would just walk into Michael's or what you do is sometimes you have to create something that's outside the box, right? Make Michael's come to you. Kind of like how I make these videos and people want to say whatever they want to say about it, but it's a back door into opportunities that are creating themselves. And I think that there's ways for you to get in front of Michael's without having to maybe go the traditional route. Use some of that creativity that you obviously have to get their attention and make them come to you. You don't need to necessarily go to them, especially when you're killing it the way you are already without Michael's, without those big box stores, without going into a Target or something to that effect.
Fact, I don't agree with what Barbara's saying. People ask me, what is coming out of COVID? What is happening? And what is happening is an influx of people wanting to start their own businesses. So you have a beautiful idea, you're super successful, and now what you've got to do is race faster because other people are going to be on your tail.
Now, the good news is here, you have 2 offers.
I gotta say one more thing, right? Don't sell yourself short. So I'm not here to make you an offer because I'm not as good a fit even as those 2, honestly. But at the same time, don't sell yourself short because you are crushing it. What you have is a very valuable business.
You have convinced everybody here and everybody in America that you have built one heck of a business.
Thank you.
But you got to make a decision. You got 2 offers. What do you want to do?
Counter lawyer and Daniel. Oh. Maybe Barbara's feeling a little left out.
I'm going to come back in. I'm going to give you a $400,000 loan for just 5% of the business as long as you pay me 8% in interest, because I think you're underselling yourself. I'm going to help you structure the company and convince you in 1 week flat you don't need help.
I want you, Ashley and Brittany, I want you to understand, before I approached Lori about partnering with me, I was going to give you $400,000 for 10%. I don't want to roll under the bus or whatever thing and cut her off. I sincerely think that her and I for 20% will help you more than me for 10%. But I believe firmly in my heart that she and I together are worth the 20%.
Time to make a decision.
Well, all right. So I want to. So I was going to say we're going to check out their website and everything at the end here, but oh man, that is so tough. I think Mark hit the nail on the head. Don't sell yourself short, and I would not be giving up a third of my company to Kevin. No way, no how. He better come way down on that. If you want, if I was there, Ashley and Brittany, like he would have to come way down. I think he could be a good partner, especially with the Love Pop, the wedding, Rolodex right there. Like that is huge, right? Who like you could get your own paint by numbers wedding line, where it's like you're each. Instead of doing just flowers at each table or numbers, like you paint by numbers your each number for the table and like put it on like some kind of canvas or something like that. Somebody a little more creative than I have for weddings could probably come up with something better than me in that case. But yeah, I am. Man, if I really wanted to do a deal, I think Barbara's deal is pretty darn good. They're getting the 400,000, which they don't really need. But they're getting the partner. I actually would maybe not want her to give it as a loan, but just because I would be worried that she would be kind of out after she gets her money back.
One last twist, just because I want to screw around with everybody.
No more twists. No.
I want to modify my offer to this. I will do it for 3% equity with a straight royalty of $6 a kid.
Oh my God.
I mean, think about that, because you can afford it. Your margins are crazy.
Barb's is the better deal.
No deal at all.
You want to know something? The only deal that's right for you
Barbara's talking herself out of the deal.
is the one that you feel in the gut is right.
Got
You
multiple
gotta make a
offers. What
call,
do you want
guys.
to do?
You gotta decide. Any of them can help you.
I would be, honestly, I might, if I didn't take Barbara's offer, I might be looking at just not taking an offer at all at that point. Because I mean, Barbara offered technically what they wanted.
Would you guys be willing to do 15%
For the two of them?
for the two of them? Yeah.
Do it.
You got a deal.
Do it. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank y'all, each of you.
Thank you, guys.
You guys are amazing. You are just the kind of women I love.
We really appreciate you all.
You guys are amazing.
But the most important part of the day,
Yeah.
Look at what she did.
You just did that?
Your kids are going to be so proud.
Oh my God, Mark, who knew?
Good job, Mark. Good job.
I just want to show our kids what hard work looks like.
And that you can do it despite what anybody says you can do.
That's right.
Amen to that. I love it. Let's check out their website here. Again, Ashley, Brittany, I would love to have both of you or either of you here on the show for an interview. Let's see. So I always love to see faces. Oh, there we go. You got some faces. I love seeing Shark Tank sprinkled in. Oprah's favorite things. Oh, for 2019 and 2020. Ding, ding. Way to be able to keep that momentum going. I definitely would like to see a little more on the faces side with their painting, people holding their paintings and such. That would be nice to see. But I like the fact they got adult kits and kits for kids. We're definitely going to be getting some kits here for our kids. My Ava and Dom would absolutely love this. I'll definitely be ordering some. Let's see. They're also available on Amazon. They have their own Amazon store, so for $42. Wow, it is pricey. Okay, it's on sale for $35.70. I guess for being Shark Tank. Those are some lovely pictures that they got there. Oh, that just looks so cool. Look, that is awesome. And 102 ratings. Let's see. The first one here says 3 stars, not enough paint. I like this kit, but I ran out of paint several times of the paint colors before I'm halfway through, and that's after prepping the canvas. Blah, blah, blah. So one thing I'd like to see here is when you have, I like to see negative reviews replied to so that it doesn't turn other people reading those reviews away. The other thing is because of the margins that you have, this is a really easy thing to fix. Increasing the paint amount and saying, hey, what's this person? Jennifer. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna send you out another paint kit so that you're taken care of. Then you have Lisa here. Absolutely terrible quality of paint, especially since most of the types of these products cost a third of the price and much better quality of paint. Paint is too runny and thin. Yeah, so these are the types of things, like if you reply to them, you could change somebody else's mind along the way. But there might be, even negative comments have hints in them about things that could be, right? Maybe the paint is too runny or thin, or maybe there was a quality control issue with that run, something to that effect. And that's why it's so important, I think, to reply to these comments as you get them. So let's see, or these reviews. So let's check out their Facebook. They got 3,100 likes with 3,300 people following it. They got some engagement there. See, now that is that's the kind of pictures that I want to see. People holding their paintings. I bet you when we go to their Instagram, 9,000 plus followers, and I'll tell you, look, you see faces, you get more engagement almost every time. Let's see, where's the next one where somebody's holding one of the, there's no, where's all the, you need people holding 75. There you go. Ding, ding. See, Joe knows what he's talking about. Some of these pictures, wow, that one's good. They got some engagement with these, quite a few with these actually. Maybe the more complex ones. But I'm telling you, I think if you go this route where you incorporate faces into people holding their, there you go. There's the family. 241 likes. Love it. Lovely family. Again, love to have both of you come. Just leave a comment here on the channel, like Lizelle. Thank you, Joe, for ruining my life. Came across your channel and now I can't stop watching. We don't get Shark Tank here in South Africa, so it's a pleasure to watch it already, let alone with someone of your expertise reacting. Love it. Never stop. Thank you so much. I hope I said your name right, Lizelle. And I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in one of these two next videos over here. Take care.